All right. A little dusty. You a little dusty? Sammy, are you a little dusty? Ooh, stuff feels a little creaky today. Creaky arms. Zach! It's getting like deja vu at this point. What's up? Welcome. How was it yesterday? Cable curl, easy bar. Oh. Oh, you know what? I did that wrong last time. Oh well. I think I did easy bar curls. Good. Doing well. Yeah, not too bad. Feel like I got a way better night of sleep last night than I had in maybe weeks, to be honest, which was nice. It's good to get a decent night of sleep. For some reason, every once in a while, I will supplement with magnesium. So if you've got like a real sensitive stomach, or even really not a really sensitive stomach, magnesium can kind of bother your intestines a lot. So I do magnesium glycinate, which is they change the magnesium molecule to be able to more readily absorb in your stomach and small intestine instead of your large intestine. So all that to say, I use it for relaxation sometimes, and it really helps me sleep sometimes. I don't use it very often. I guess you could, and I'm not here to recommend any supplements to anybody. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, and so don't take your medical advice from me. But I took sometimes I will take magnesium glycinate. I think I took 400 milligrams last night, which is two of the pills, and it really helps if you take it like an hour before bed. I feel like it does. There's a relaxing effect, and then typically I get a better night of sleep. So I've been struggling the last few nights. So it took a few hundred mgs of magnesium glycinate, and had a pretty good night of sleep. Who knows? Maybe it's placebo, Sammy, right? Could be placebo. But it was pretty good. I still feel like I'm low on sleep though. It's been a couple weeks of getting garbage sleep, so I haven't quite caught up yet. So welcome to the stream. If you're just joining, if you're joining for the first time, what's up? Welcome. Feel free to like the stream if you want. It's free. We'll kind of talk in here, in and out as I do my workout. I'm doing on the docket for today for the workout. I've got easy bar curls, dumbbell curl incline bench. Get a good stretch on the arm doing it that way. Pull down, normal grip. Ooh, it progressed my weight already, second week, and it's adding weight for me. And then dumbbell upright row, which is for shoulders and upper back. 5 sets already for this week. So I did 5 sets of lateral raises yesterday. I programmed 5 sets of shoulders again today. And the only thing that's really sore from yesterday is my front delts. And so that's probably a good thing that it's programming a bunch of sets. 2 sets of stiff-legged deadlifts. My glutes are real sore from yesterday, so that should be interesting. But that's for hamstrings. And then calves, 3 sets of calves. Single leg stair raise is my calf workout of choice. And once I get strong enough and I'm really tired of doing, 20 to 30 reps of stair raises, I will start adding like a dumbbell hold to that. So there you go. That is the workout. Sammy, get. It is a gorgeous day today. It is 74 degrees in the lab, which is absolutely, I mean, I'm just so excited how nice it is outside today. I went to a coffee shop. I went to a coffee shop this morning to get a bunch of work done. And then just came home, gonna get a good workout in, and then see what I can wrap up for work. Did I hear about Florida? You mean the new hurricane that's developing? Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Seems like they're getting kind of hammered. Yeah, it's not been good. The Gulf has been spinning out some serious hurricanes lately. Yeah, what is that hurricane going to be called? Can't remember. But yes, I did see news stories about it recently. All right. Oh no, see, I did do cable curl last time. Never mind. Hang on. I was warming up with the bar. I think I just had it backwards because I had also programmed easy bar curl. Naz, what's up? Welcome. How was yesterday's surprise? You promised you would tell how it went. It's good to hear you went to a coffee shop today. Yes, it is hard. We'll talk about the gesture in a couple minutes here. So sorry for them. Glad I don't live near the coast though. Yeah, it's they're getting a beat down for sure. Luckily, like Florida didn't have a terrible time with Helene, unlike North Carolina, Western North Carolina. So yeah, rough time. Not good. Yes, Naz, I did get to a coffee shop. What am I doing here? The brain is not working. Coffee shop had a nice latte. The barista did some nice latte art on my cup, which was nice. Always appreciate the little things. And locked in. Had a good while of getting into flow. Getting a bunch of work done, submitting a bunch of reports, and yeah, it was pretty good. I feel like I don't often get into flow state when I'm working these days because a lot of times my work is hands-on around a lot of other people who have a lot of questions, so on and so on. What's up, Herc? Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so pumpkin spice latte has a hilarious stigma. It's like, I don't know, people make fun of other people for getting fruity coffee drinks. I don't care. Like everyone has their own preferences. I don't like sugary coffee though. I have to be like in a super weird mood for me to like a pretty sugary coffee drink. So I'm not a big fan of pumpkin spice lattes, but I have had it once or maybe twice. So yeah. Oh my goodness. So many good questions. Yeah, Herc, I'm doing well. Workout today. Sorry, let me just recap this quick before we get into it. Cable curl, 4 sets of cable curl, 4 sets of dumbbell incline curl, which is 8 sets of biceps. I'm definitely going to be sore tomorrow from that. 3 sets of pull downs, 5 sets of upright rows for shoulders, 2 sets of hams, stiff-legged deadlifts, and 3 sets of calves. This is going to be a fun one. Let me get the last warm-up set in here. We got 40, and I'm going to have to do a bunch, 12. 40 for 12 at some point. Oh, that's not the right position, hand position. We're going to go kind of, this is an easy bar that has the angle on it. So you could do wide, which is good. You get a little bit more supination, which is what the bicep does. That's cool. I find, this is hard to do with weight on here. I find this angle here is kind of like somewhere in between a neutral position, like a hammer curl, and a non-hammer curl, supinated. And it's really nice for my wrists. And right now, I'm kind of babying my wrist. So, do you like pumpkin spice, Naz? Is that your thing? I love autumn. It's my favorite, absolute favorite season for sure. All right, let me put you guys in a different spot here. I gotta move this out of the way. No season beats autumn for me. When the hot weather starts to break, whoo, and then and it starts to cool down, it's just my all-time favorite. If you haven't liked the stream yet, that'd be awesome. It's totally free. Just gonna get 5 or so in here. Feels pretty good. All right, that's the working weight. I think we got 12 programs. All right, let me catch up here. Oh yeah, as gardener, true, leaf cleanup. And that just kind of like, it's weeks of that, right? Because they fall at different times. And so it's like, yeah, I feel you. Yeah. Not a massive coffee person, but I would have a cappuccino when I go out daily. Yeah, cappuccino's great. Okay, don't like it strong. What I do like strong coffee. Obviously, everyone's got their preferences. I love a cortado, which is something that I've discovered about maybe a year and a half ago, and it's an equal ratio frothed milk and espresso. So usually 2 ounces of frothed milk, 2 ounces of espresso. So it's a really strong drink for like a non-straight espresso drink, but I really enjoy it. I like it for fall, especially because it's like a little bit smaller and it's still warm, so you can put it in your hands and just love it. I think, I don't know, if we talk about it enough, I might have to get a pumpkin spice latte this year. All right. All right, 12 reps. If you've been around, you know the thing. Keep the elbows at the sides. Instead of curling to here, I curl to kind of out front. Puts a bunch of tension on it. And enough talking. 12 reps here. 12 good reps. This is going to suck tomorrow for sure. Oh, just over halfway. All right. What I like about this app a lot is there's never been a time where like it tells me to do a certain number of reps and I'm like, oh, that was easy. It's like it's always right around failure for me. So yeah. Thanks, Herculean. It's hard to see like day to day to day, but if you, I take progress pictures every couple months. Yeah, definitely different than a year and a half ago. Naz, that's crazy you say that. Oh, you like hazelnut latte, Herc? I've had hazelnut coffee, not like an actual latte, but just like drip coffee hazelnut, and absolutely hated it. But I could see maybe hazelnut being good in a latte. Yeah, Herc, I feel like you've been on here a while. Let me get in this next one, 10, and then we'll talk. Naz, I haven't forgotten about the gesture. We'll talk about it. And then we'll talk about sleep. Oof. Oh boy. One more. All right. Never got sore, hard to believe, but oh no, I just undid that. Yeah, so it was early on the stream. I had mentioned I haven't been sleeping well at all lately. It's been a few weeks of pretty rough sleep, and so last night I had the thought, I've done this in the past, but I like every once in a while taking some sleep aid, whether it's melatonin. I don't take very often. But last night I took magnesium glycinate, which is something I take. It's a muscle relaxer. I think I took 400 mgs. Not a recommendation, not a doctor. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. But I took 400 mgs of magnesium glycinate about an hour before I went to bed. And I slept really well. Didn't roll around as much as I have. So yeah, that was good. I don't do sleep aids often. So yeah, anyways, I take the glycinated version. If you take Oxidate, which is kind of the typical, you go to Walmart or wherever and pick up the cheapest magnesium supplement, it's going to be Oxidate, and that's slow absorbing. It absorbs in your colon, and for most everybody, that's going to cause some gastrointestinal issues. So I take the glycinate form, which is fast absorbing, stomach, small intestine. Doesn't bother me at all, and yeah, I found it to be really helpful. So my taste in coffee is terrible, so don't take my recommendations. There's no such thing as terrible taste in coffee, man. It's just preference, you know. Why do you think you're not sleeping well? We'll talk about that in a second. Well, you're a scientist, surely you have some merit to give some sort of health advice. I mean, not really. You know, I'm not really that kind of scientist. I'd like to think that I'm relatively well informed on some topics, but you know, I'm just I'm not a nutritionist. I just learned some things, and if it makes sense and it works for me, that's cool. So I don't require that anyone listens to me, that's for sure. Let's get another set in here. 9 reps. This is gonna be fun. Zach, you don't like coffee. That is, like I said, to each their own. Oh, this sucks already. One of these times I feel like I'm going to absent-mindedly smash myself in the teeth with that bar because I try to bring it up a little bit higher, and sometimes I'll hit my chin with it without paying attention. Yeah, absolutely. I love hearing from you guys. Yeah, everyone's got their own opinion on things and their own existential experience, which is helpful for some things. The problem is when people assume that their own experience applies to everybody. that's when we get into trouble, which we all do sometimes. The legendary hazelnut latte. Yeah. I think I might have said the other day, I kind of have a joke, like if I meet somebody at first and they say they don't like coffee, like you either have to like coffee or animals. And if you don't like either of those things, I don't know what to tell you, man. All right, let's get 2 reps in reserve. And then I'll tell you why I haven't been sleeping well, which also correlates with my gesture yesterday. Ooh, the trees are starting to turn. And I just got a work email. One moment, please. Oh, okay. Well, you making us wait too much? Sorry. You have to be patient. Yes. All right, 2 reps in reserve, and then we're on to dumbbell incline curls, which I'm not at all looking forward to, Ari. I think that was 2 reps in reserve. I was about to go for another one. We'll go with 7. Pumpkins and squashes are related. It'd be weird to have a squash spice latte. Oh, Zach. Oh, that was funny. Didn't see that one coming. Dumbbell incline. 30 pounds. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so oh shoot, what did I put this at before? Was it maybe 60? Guys, you're supposed to pay attention and help me remember these things. Just kidding. I'm delinquent. So yeah, one of my gesture the other day was a impromptu massage, feet and low back, and reason for that is also ties into the sleep, which I am not complaining for what it's worth at all. I have no reason to complain. But my partner is pregnant and quite far along, which leads to massive amounts of discomfort for her, terrible sleep, all sorts of things. And so, yeah, just doing my best to be supportive. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. We're very excited. So sorry, inconsistent with the viewing, but if you're ever on, when I'm always show love, appreciate that. Just have your young family so busy most of the time. Okay, get the daughter in bed in a minute. Nice. Yeah, do your thing, man. Absolutely. Yeah, do what you got to do. Do that bedtime routine. All right, let's grab the 15s here. But yeah, that being said, again, my sleep is the least of my concerns at this point. But yeah, that's why the sleep's been a little bit hard to come by, and I imagine it'll get far worse in the very, very, very near future. Streaming will definitely take a hit, unfortunately, for all of us. I will do my my best, but I have my priorities for sure. I love all you guys that join and have good conversation. Genuine interactions are awesome. I'm not going to go away for sure, but it's going to be quite the thing to get used to. I kept that a massive surprise. Yeah, our journey into parenthood has been rather unconventional, as we've had 13 kids through foster care that we've taken care of for various lengths of time. So it's not our first go around for being parents, but it will be different for sure. Baby Tess, you need to get a dog tag from the little part of the YouTube family. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Yes, many sleepless nights. Absolutely. Hey, Debbie, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Dark room with the volume down. I'm sitting in a room with preschool kids sleeping. Oh, wow. See you, Herculean. We'll be on for a while, yeah, for sure, but crush that bedtime. Yep, you too, man. All right, what are we doing here? 13 reps, is that what it says? Oh, my goodness. I am going to be dead. Ooh. 13 repetitions. Let's see. I mean, being a healthcare professional, as you know, let me get this set in. It's not exactly an exact science. Is that 4 or 5? I don't know. This is when it starts to suck. Got 2 more. Okay. Woo. Woo-hoo. Oh, man. Yeah. What's up, Clarence? Late 20s. Have you thought about how you will work your schedule in terms of fitness regimen, work, and parenting? Yeah. I mean, we've lived the having kids life for a few years now with foster care, and so we've definitely juggled that in the past. So it will be a little bit different for sure, but it's all it's all a balancing act. It's not all or nothing for anything. Some people are like, I'm gonna crush it and crush it and crush it and crush it and crush it. For like, I'm gonna crush work and family life and like all this stuff, and it's like, that's really good, but there's a reality of time restriction, mental restriction, resource limitation. All of those things come into play that don't just add up to I'm gonna like crush it and everything. There are trade-offs. Yeah, it's all a balancing act. I chose this mesocycle because we're doing 3 days. I chose this mesocycle for 4 days per week because I didn't want to do 5 or 6 days, because I know in the next few weeks it's going to be very difficult mentally and physically to get in the gym. There will be a portion of that time that I won't work out at all. Yeah. Baby test or baby T. Nice. Nice. Clarence, definitely not a professional. No. Yes, we've fostered for a few years now. We've had 13 kids. Most of those were shorter term, and a couple of them were longer term, like years longer term. So What is a dark horse? I just know the Katy Perry song. Two more. Okay. Woo. Oh. Got a little tingly from that one. That's unusual. Oh my goodness. All right, the next one's 10 reps. And then the last set is 2 reps in reserve to finish off biceps. Oof, man. Baby T, that's awesome. Nice. So yeah, we've had to contend with the craziness that is parenting lifestyle and the amount of psychological effort and physical effort and all of that. But yeah, it's a balancing act for sure. Got to be flexible. My friend, marriage between men isn't legal there yet. I'm fine with my own company. Yeah. Yeah, I understand the sentiment. I know there are a lot of people that want to be partnered up, that aren't yet, or you know, despite their best efforts, haven't found somebody, and then there are people that don't want to find somebody. All of that stuff comes into play. That is one side that I try to be more optimistic about with like whatever domain of life, not just like partnership. There was a time in my life that I was absolutely convinced I was going to be single for indefinitely, and that was a kind of a tough time of life, and but I kind of take the approach now for anything is, I think I've mentioned it on the stream before, that I try to keep the approach of like, you might be surprised about how good your life is in 10, 20, 30 years. We have no way of predicting, who you're going to meet, how things are going to go. It's very difficult to predict those types of things. And yeah, but there's always hope, for sure. Hopefully I'll make a great father. First biologically, yes. Yep. Stu, what's up, man? We got 10 here. Wait, I'm gonna go on the outside here. One more. Squeeze hard. Okay, one more set of that. Woo. One more set, and then we're gonna be done with biceps. Thank goodness. Good grief. Feel like we got the crew in here. This is kind of similar to the crew we had on the guitar stream the other night. We're missing Buck for sure, and we added Naz. So yeah, it's a good crew in here. Good to see you guys. I'll feel 5 or 10 years time. Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. Yes, that is very true. I'm not nearly the same person I was 10 years ago, by any means. And that can make partnering pretty hard too, right? Like if you fall in love, not a huge fan of the term, but we'll use it for sake of ease. But if you fall in love with somebody and 10 years goes down the road, like you have to be able to hold space in your own mind and your own heart, whatever that is, the depth of your soul, to be able to allow the other person to change as well and navigate that. It's a difficult thing for sure. But we also, yeah, we change over time too. It's it wouldn't be good not to, I think. Right. Yeah, Zach, exactly. That doesn't sound weird at all. Yep, we all have a progression. Okay, let's do this last one. You are in love, ain't you? Why do you not sound romantic when you talk about love? I'm not straight. Are you saying I don't sound romantic when I talk about love? Is that, I'm trying to understand what you mean? Two reps in reserve here. No rep target. Okay. 9? Yeah, 13, 11, 10, and 9 is what we got there. Ugh. No joint pain, moderate pump, we'll say, and pretty good biceps workload. Oh, yeah, so I use the quotes for fall in love, and I don't like that characterization because it sounds haphazard or accidental, which in some cases is like there are some things that are outside of your control that happen that that cause you to love somebody. But the term fall in love is why I use the quotation marks. And I think people use it when they feel like they have fallen out of love. And use that nefariously, I'll say. You won't always feel like you're in love if you partner up with somebody. I can guarantee that. It's not about feeling like you're in love 24/7. All right, where's my? I went to the store on the way back from the coffee shop. Whew, my arms are pumped. Good grief. Went to the store to pick up some more stuff for the bathroom, and picked up a sugar-free Red Bull. So a little bit more caffeine for today. I have, I don't even love the taste of Red Bull, but I have wonderful memories tied to Red Bull and a friend that I grew up with and did many things with. I have many memories of hiking and backpacking alone in very sketchy scenarios, we'll say. And we always brought Red Bull with us. I don't know why. He loved them. He loved Red Bull. And so we always bought some on the way into the woods. Lawrence, you too. That could be said of all of us. Lots to do with my new job. It's changed me in a way. Started in November, and since then it's just been different for me. I viewed the world before. How so? If it's not too much asking, or if you're willing to share, obviously no requirement. You don't have to share anything. NASA, it will give me wings, obviously. I mean that's what it says anyways, and I believe everything that I read without question. So I expect that I develop wings pretty soon here. Yeah. Associating, well, I'll say this. One of the best pieces of advice I had heard from an older guy that I really respected. Don't take advice from people you don't respect. Like if there's somebody that's, well, I shouldn't generalize. If you want advice about how to find a partner you want to be with for your life, don't ask the guy that's been married 4 times, right? It might not be his fault, but probably pick someone else, right? Well, there's this older guy that I really respected, and I was talking to him. I don't remember the context exactly, but I was talking to him, and he said one thing I try to do when I'm trying to date my wife is incorporate as many senses as you can into a date. So that's smelling good. Obviously, shower up and put on a very appropriate amount of cologne. Do not gargle in cologne or perfume. 1 spray is usually enough. Some colognes, it's a half spray. But, smell good, look good. Go do things where you can use your hands to or your eyes, go look at a museum. Like try to combine as many of these visuals as possible. Buy some nice flowers, like whatever you have to do to combine all of these senses together as much as possible to make a really great date. And that always really stuck with me. And so in the dates that I've planned, or even in some of the smaller things that I've done for my partner and her to me, are kind of have that characteristic in mind. So that came from associating smells with good memories and people. Like there are some things that I'll smell where I'm like, that reminds me of, one of our early dates 10 years ago, right? And that's a really wonderful thing about life and our ability to smell. You can fly off then. Yeah, sure. We'll see. I'll test the theory. When I worked with pizza, it was more of a fun job. Now I work in a warehouse. I feel more important, I guess. I see. Why am I bending over so much? Oh, that hurts the wrist. We're about to do upright rows anyways. Yeah, there's something about the gravity of a job that other people rely on you and expect you to do your job very well and all sorts of other things. That's not a comfortable feeling. I totally understand what you mean, Zach. I feel you. And to be honest, not to freak you out, but like people like me and all you built millions of other people rely on people like you doing what you're doing so that we can also do what we need to do. It's a whole thing. Oh, it wants me to do pull downs first. Okay, I guess we'll do that. Please give advice. Oof. Looking good for your partner unless they're like pheromones that you release. Unless they like your pheromones that you release in the gym. If you said that a little bit differently, that'd be better. Just the idea of releasing pheromones. I know it's a thing, but releasing pheromones in the gym just doesn't sound fantastic. My hair looks comfy. That is the first time I've ever had that remark made about my hair. that it looks comfy. Ugh. I feel like I'm starting to grunt like a father now. And sit down. Okay, come on, here we go. That's true. When I worked in pizza, I was always tired to be very clean and neat with the food because that's what I want. Yeah, absolutely. All right, what are we doing here? We need to get up to. I didn't look. Hang on. 72.5 pounds. Fantastic. That's called. All right, let's put 50 on. And then warm up with 50 and then go up to 72.5, which we actually will be able to do because I have 2.5 pound plates. Sammy, what are you doing? What society demands in people have come on. Burnout and stress is making people work less productively and gives more people pressure at work to work hard and beyond expectations. That is true, and it feels like it also feels like not only are the expectations higher, but well, I should think about that before I say it. Wages have not concomitantly increased with timeline inflation or expectation, but I guess other compensation that hasn't been there in the past could be taken into effect that would offset it slightly. Let's see, what's that at the top of your wooden cupboard? You mean, wait, sorry, it's reversed. This thing here in the mirror looks like car oil. Oh, this up here, these shelves that I built. Yeah, that is, that specifically is automatic transmission fluid. Yep, I've got brake fluid, automatic transmission fluid, motor oil, windshield wiper fluid, coolant, and differential lube. So there you go. Now you know my my repertoire. I should really. Is this chain bothersome? Here, we'll do a set here and see if this is particularly problematic. Ugh. This feels like the right. This feels like the right length of chain for this, so I should probably just cut it off. I feel like with the mirror, you guys get the most terrible view of my garage because you see the other side a little bit, which is, can you see the saw set up there? No, you can't. But I have a miter saw set up. I do most of my own car work. Yeah, there are a few things that I wouldn't be able to do, but yeah, I started working on my first car that I bought when I was a senior in high school, and spent a few $100s in tools back then, and just kind of kept accumulating tools over time. And now I'm to the point where I pretty much have most of the tools, like 99% of the tools that I need to do most jobs on cars, minus some like really specific tools for specific jobs. And so it's just a matter of time and willpower to be able to work on it now. And a little bit of skill, obviously. Like there are some things I still have to learn. Sammy's barking at someone. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Hey, be nice. Hip, hip. All right. Go. Leave them alone. They don't deserve to be screamed at. 20 pounds, 50, 20. Yeah. All right. There's definitely a downside to working on your own stuff, for sure. What do they say? You can have it done fast, cheap, or well, but you got to pick two. Usually you can't have all three. So when I do my own work, it's never fast. It's usually done well, and it is done cheap because it's way, way cheaper than paying someone else to do it. But it's never ever fast. And sometimes it'll take you 1.5 times the time it would take someone else to do it. Sometimes it's literally 20 times more time to do it yourself than have someone do it. So it's all a calculation. Does Navy SEALs build abs? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're doing some things with their workouts and their obstacle courses that are going to require a lot more core stability. So yeah, I'm sure they do. We'll do 6 of these. All right, now we just got to add 2.5 pounds and get ready to roll. Navy SEALs aren't usually very lean though. Really your ability to have visible abs just comes down to your level of leanness, your body fat percentage. And so everyone has abs. It's just a matter of, can you see them underneath the small or large layer of fat that you carry in between your muscle and your skin? And then another thing that goes into it, Navy SEAL push-ups. I don't know what that is. Maybe describe it in the comment. I've not heard of a Navy SEAL push-up. Come on. All right, 9 reps at 72.5. Whoa. Apples and bananas and mangoes and pineapples and we don't talk about politics or religion in here. Apples and bananas and pineapples and mangoes and sorry. Okay. This should be fun. 3 sets here. I'm really glad I got this lat pull down because the pull down that I can do over on the other machine there doesn't have any way to lock my knees in. And so I've already gotten strong enough where I can pull that whole stack, which is only 80 pounds for reps. And, but there's no way to keep myself down on the ground. So kind of got to just knee up to your stomach. I mean, marginally, I would say. In order to build muscle, you need to overload it progressively. And bringing your knee up to your stomach is not really going to do it that much unless you do an absolute crap ton of them. But even still, you're not going to go close to failure because you could do that motion, 200 times in an exercise and still not fail your abs. So it's not the best way to build abs, but it's certainly a way to build abs. And if you do it consistently and you watch your diet and you lean down, you're going to have your abs for sure. All right, 9 reps here. Whew. Okay. Woo. That didn't sound good. Next one is 7, and then 2 reps in reserve. Healed a while ago. All right. Ooh. What? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. We're going to time that one out. I'm not going to boot. I'm not going to boot. I know. The one thing that's bothersome is like some people have the idea that you're required to be an activist, and it's not even like a you have to think this way, but it's like if you think a certain way, you're required to have what I think is an appropriate level of intentional activism about that thing. And I'm like, I don't get it like at all. Like just do your thing. Like everyone has their things that are really important to them, but I don't think we should require people to, have what we deem to be an appropriate level of activism about X subject. Zach, I know you're take on the vegan lifestyle, and that's obviously really important to you because that affects every single day, multiple times, because you have to eat multiple times a day, and you make that choice. So obviously, like that is going to have an outsized effect on your life, and so I think that's why a lot of people are like pretty hardcore activists for certain food diets, because it's a really it's hip, it's polarizing and highly effective for everybody's life. So yeah. Lawrence, I don't know if I have a favorite. A few people that I like to learn from, Mike Israetel from Renaissance Periodization or RP Strength. Sean Milwane, I don't think I'm saying that right. He's very good as well. Jeff Nippert is good. Milo Wolf is also good from Wolf Coaching. Who else? Eric Helms from 3DMJ is excellent, especially if you're a natural lifter. Eric Helms is amazing. Yeah, that's what I would say. Some people don't even know what racism means. Yeah, well, certainly saying I'm not talking about politics on stream is not racist, so I'm not concerned. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, I'm bigoted for not wanting to talk about politics on stream. Okay, 7 reps. Do you guys have resources that you like to follow? One more. All right. Trying to think who else. There are a couple other that their name escapes me. What did I say? Mile Wolf, Mike Israetel, Jeff Nippert. Eric Helms. Eric Trexler is also very good. No, boy, that's terrifying, Naz. Oh, boy. Yikes. That's scary. I don't know if I like it, Sammy. Diversify. It'd be nice if everyone is vegan, but I'm certainly not going to go around telling people what to eat. Yeah. I'm a good toxic? That's hilarious. Sergo, I don't know what that means. It flagged it, and it doesn't usually flag Russian, so I'm going to hide it. If that was NSFW, feel free to make it non-NSFW. I'm a good toxic. Interesting take on toxicity. That's hilarious. Sammy, what are you doing? Sergio always reminds me of the who's the guy that sings Chop Suey. That his name is Sergio. What's the band name though? Chop Suey by System of a Down. There you go. What is good toxic? Explain. I've not heard of this concept. All right, 2 reps in reserve, then we're done with back. See, the app has crazy periodized arms, so only 3 sets of back, whereas I did 8 sets of biceps. Rasha, yes. What's up, Sergio? Sergio? Sorry, hopefully I'm saying that right. Sergio? All right, 2 reps in reserve. Okay. Good enough. We got 7 again. Sorry, it's holding these. Let's see, what does it say? Yeah, I don't know why it's holding them for review. I don't speak Russian though, I'm sorry. But you're positive, kind heart, and normal, which forms part of the good toxicity. Good toxicity of social media. By the way, is my different not? By the way, is my definition not anyone's? You're saying that's just your idea of it? Is that what? Sorry, I don't know if I'm understanding. Good toxicity. So in that way, elixirs are neither good nor bad, but potentially both good and bad. I've never thought about good toxicity before. Because toxicity kind of intrinsically indicates what's the term that they use in science? Deleterious, right? Something deleterious to your health or whatever it may be. Low pump, easy, save. Good toxicity is my definition. I see, I got you. Hey, that's kind of like a novel idea. Let's get more good toxicity in social media. I just, it's not like I never complain or anything like that. I try to limit it, but there's also a place for it. But I just don't see the point in just spreading hate and being real pessimistic and trying to drag people down. Like what? Why? I don't understand. Trying to get my wings now. All right, upright rows. These, I don't know how I feel about these. With my shoulder issues, upright rows has the possibility, just a little bit of a tangent here into the fitness stuff. But upright rows are probably okay. So upright rows are where you take weight and you're essentially moving here. And so you're technically internally rotated. This is exaggerated. Nobody upright rows like that. But you're going to be, this is external rotation, this is internal rotation. So you're going to be slightly internally rotated, which puts the acromion of your shoulder in a location where depending on your previous pathological conditions, like I have, you may have some impingement issues. So if there's a pain differential, probably avoid upright rows. If you don't have any issues and you're like, oh man, my shoulders have DOMs and my traps have DOMs and like everything's good, it's all good. Like do upright rows. But if you have some pain, I knew a guy, he was working out for a while and he was just like doing upright rows like crazy. And I was talking to him and he was like, yeah, but I just have like this nasty nagging, like low level shoulder pain. I was like, quit upright rows for a couple weeks and see how it goes. He kept everything else the same. And he's like, yeah, my shoulder pain went away. So just something to keep in mind. Don't villainize upright rows, but this is the first time I've programmed them in probably, since high school, college actually. Yeah. Definitely ask for clarification. You challenge, don't believe any bull crap. That's right. That's the goal here. Don't just believe any bull crap. All right, so I put 40 for this, so we'll just do a few. These always feel a little bit awkward for me, like the movement, but I didn't have any pain last time. If I develop pain over the meso, I will probably swap this exercise out. For upright rows, you're kind of targeting your front delt, a little bit of your side delt, and your upper trap, which I haven't done any targeted trap work, and it shows. I could probably use a little bit more trap for sure, but that's kind of why I programmed this. It'll have a little bit more trap load than my previous side lateral raises do. So let's do, I don't know, let's do 6 of these, and then we got 12 for 40. And it's the same deal here. We're getting good concentric up kind of high until I can't go any higher there. I'm feeling it in the muscle for sure that I'm trying to target. You're not doing just bicep movements. You're actually bringing your elbows up, putting the tension on your shoulders and your traps. And I almost try to keep like a loose grip on the dumbbells. I'm not like holding them really tight and straight. I kind of let my wrists sag just so I focus on my shoulders more than my forearms and my biceps. All right, that feels decent. We'll go to the 20s. Try not holding dumbbells at rest or when not doing anything, you're going to fatigue your arms. That is true. I'm working on my grip strength, Naz. Just trying to get the forearms up. No, I'm kidding. You're right. You're right. Contributing to systemic fatigue would be what I'm doing. But see, sometimes I grab the dumbbells with the best of intentions to start working out, and then I start talking to you guys, and then it's just get carried away. All right, 12 reps here. Hi, Sammy. Oh, this feels heavy. Okay, wow. It's definitely not easy. Because I had marked, I didn't get sore from the last one. The workload was easy, and I didn't have much of a shoulder pump. It's like, cool. Let's hey, that sounded ugly. Easy. Yep. She's just so dying for me to play. Because of that, it added just a crap ton of sets for me. What were you barking at? Oh, just people walking. All right, go on. Go on. That way. Yes. I saw you holding those demo sticks. Yes, thank you, Naz. Appreciate you looking out for me. Someone's got to do it. Right, Sammy? You don't do it. You're just all take. I'm just kidding. right? That's a good system you have where you log all the workouts. I'm going to do this. Yeah, this is the RP Hypertrophy app. Like I said, you choose all your exercises at the beginning of the mesocycle. You can do a 4, 5, or 6 week meso. The last week is a deload. But you choose all of your exercises. You choose your starting weights for the first week. And then after that, it just programs everything for you. It adds all your sets depending on what you're trying to do. It is not inexpensive though. That is the downside. It's incredible. I use it every workout. I used it before I started streaming, got away from it for like 3 weeks, and then I'm back into it. But it is well worth the cost. I think it was $300 for the year, which is painfully expensive, but I use it every day. Like some people will pay $1,000 for something and use it a handful of times in the year. I use it every single day that I work out anyways. I work out between 4 and 6 days a week. All right, 11 reps. See, I held the dumbbells again, Naz. Ugh. 11. Okay. Next one is 10. We'll probably do 9 and 8 more than likely. But yes, even if you don't want to pay for the app, you could use the Notes app on your phone to do a similar thing, but it's just not going to periodize for you or ask you questions or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm that smart. It you could. I don't know what their algorithm is in terms of like what adds the sets. The reps are pretty basic. Like it's going to add essentially 1 rep every week, or increase the load, the amount of weight you're lifting, and keep the reps the same. But I don't know exactly the brain of what's going on in the background. It would probably take me. It also has other functionality, like I can add notes. So like when I do an exercise, I can put like I did it at 60% incline or whatever. And then you see the progression, like it gives you a nice graphic of the progression over time. Like when you're paying for something, you are paying a little bit for convenience, expertise, all of that. It would take me a long time to create something that was similarly utilizable. Although not impossible, probably. Or maybe it would be for me. Maybe I'm giving myself too much credit. I don't know. There we go. You know, I kind of blew it. I was gonna, as a joke, Naz, you had said, I'm saving your bicep, shoulders, and money. That's true. Now you just got to figure out a way to save my brain, and then I'll forever be in debt. You had mentioned one of the first times we'd talked about relationships in this chat. You were like, hard to commit or whatever, like I'm too busy to commit, and I was just kind of like chuckling on the inside. But what I was gonna do because of that is after baby's born, I was literally just gonna like make up some story about like deciding I needed to be more committed. So I put a post out on social media and someone donated their baby to me, which is kind of dark. But, and then just literally grab baby, put on screen, just for fun, but decided not to. You miss all the chances you don't take. So dumb. All right, 2 more sets here. We should get at least 8 or 9 here. Yep, 9 feels about right. Okay. Oh, this workout feels like it's taking forever. I still have 2 sets of, 1 more set of shoulders, 8, 1 more set of shoulders, 2 sets of stiff-legged deadlifts. Oh, kill me. And then 3 sets of calves. Oh boy. All right, well, what you gonna do? I know, stop complaining. That's a good thing. Yeah. That's also dark. Your face when you're pushing through, it looks like years of trauma. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Naz, what would we do without you and your dark humor and low level roasts of me on live? Why did I get a tracking confirmation for that? I didn't order that. Yeah. Customers. Take it easy. No. I try not to take it easy unless there's a good reason to, Naz. You know, taking it easy just because I feel like I should. I don't know. Who has ordered what on your name? What does that mean? Thomas Aunt, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Who has ordered what on your name? I don't know what you mean. I got tracking confirmation for something I ordered for work. I ordered a bunch of stuff today, and the tracking confirmation I got was not what I ordered. All right, let's get this done. This is only week 2 of the mesocycle. Week 5 is going to be absolute balls. Oh, man. Okay. That's it. All right. My arms are like, just give up. Just stop. Stop it. Cut it out. That's quite enough arm workout today. That was 8, though. That's interesting. Thomas from France. Cool. Welcome, Thomas from France. Hey, don't. That's too loud, bro. Hey. You just leave them alone. They're just on a nice walk today. Joint pain, none. Shoulder pump, low. Workload, pretty good. Okay. Muscles isn't always a way to protect yourself. Would you be able to protect yourself if you didn't have muscles at all? That's, I suppose, a question. I certainly never made the statements that muscles are the only way to protect yourself. Can you tell us your typical breakfast, lunch, and dinner? As you appear very lean, so would like to know what you eat. I know days vary, but just a general example. Yeah, I can. So my breakfast, I'm not a huge fan of breakfast, to be honest. I kind of have to, I don't want to say force myself. I've gotten a lot better about wanting. Is that questionnaire of your app? It should ask you any distraction. What do you mean? You might have to explain what you mean. I've gotten better about wanting breakfast in the morning, like especially like a big bowl of protein. So pretty much every morning I eat 3 things, and it's like without fail. As soon as I wake up in the morning, well, you know, within reason, I come downstairs, let the dog out, and in the gym fridge here, I have my Orgain protein shakes. So as I'm getting the dog some exercise, I drink my protein shake, which is pretty lean, 160 or 180 calories for 30 grams of protein, just because I want to get a bunch of protein on board as early as possible. And then I'll come in and start either working or drink my coffee. So I'll have coffee, and then I'll have some fruit. My favorite right now is just a kiwi or a banana, and another higher protein thing. So whether it's a protein bar before I leave for work, maybe an hour or so after that, or an Oikos Pro yogurt, which is 20 grams of protein. That's my breakfast. So protein shake, a little bit of fruit, and then something else, either a protein bar or a high protein yogurt. That's what I like. And that usually gets me through to lunch. That's a pretty lean breakfast. It gets me to like maybe between 300 and 400 calories, which is not much for a meal, but around 50 grams of protein before I go off to work for the day. And so my problem is I stack so many calories in the evenings. Like I can go a lot of the day without eating if I wanted to. I try not to these days, but if I wanted to, I could just like not eat most of the day and just eat between 4 and 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. So because of that, I eat pretty lean most of the day, as long as I'm getting at least 30 grams of protein twice before dinner. And then I end up stacking a whole bunch of calories during dinner time. So lunch is usually between, I'd say, 300 and 700 calories and at least 30 grams of protein. And whatever meal can kind of fit within that is good for me. So sometimes it's a chicken wrap that I can get at a local fast food place, a chicken wrap with their fruit cup and a zero soda, or maybe a diet lemonade, or just water. And that's a pretty lean lunch, a few hundred calories, about 30, 35 grams of protein. If I'm feeling really hungry, I'll get some like grilled nuggets with it. So that puts it up to like 55, 60 grams of protein. Really anything, it depends on your body weight, but really anything above 40-ish grams of protein are not gonna like have a huge anabolic effect for your muscles. And so I don't try to get more than 40 grams of protein, but sometimes it happens. When I'm massing, which I'm currently doing right now, I'm eating about 25 to 2,600 calories per day and at least 160 grams of protein. And so then dinner almost every dinner I have that we cook, we pretty much cook together every single night, is a lean protein. So that's either fish or chicken. Not usually steak. Steak isn't very lean depending on the cut. But chicken or steak with either a salad or if it's not a salad, some vegetable, usually roasted vegetable. Broccoli, we have several times a week, roasted, salt, pepper, maybe onion and garlic powder, throw it in the oven to roast it for a while, olive oil, and then some starchy carbohydrate. So I love sweet potato. My partner loves normal potato. Sometimes we'll do like sweet potato fries, or some grain, quinoa, couscous. That's a pasta-like thing. Some carby source, because, you know, especially when I'm fasting, I'm eating over 300 grams of carbs every day. A lot of that is from fresh fruit and some starchy carbohydrates. So, and then depending on what my calories are looking like for that day, if I'm under a little bit, sometimes if I'm feeling like really locked in and not dessert sweet toothy, I will just have a little bit of whole milk to wrap up my calories, usually a couple hundred calories just to get up to where I wanted to be. Or if I'm feeling particularly froggy, I'll have a little bit of ice cream. But the key is, for me, I don't want to be eating, 1,000 calories over my maintenance regularly. I think I ate 3,300 calories a couple days ago, but then I had a couple days where I ate 2,000 calories instead of 23 or 2,400. So yeah, that's kind of that's the throughput. So there you go. Can cause kidney stones. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Yeah, Naz, I've seen quite a bit of, I haven't seen the literature myself. I will clarify. I haven't read the literature myself. I've seen several videos of people who I have a fair amount of trust in, as they review the literature a lot. Eric Helms is one of them. Mike Israetel is another. Milo Wolf, Jeff Nippard, those guys. And I don't know that there is convincing evidence that high protein diets causes renal issues. I haven't heard specifically about kidney stones, so I'll leave some curiosity in there for you. You may be absolutely correct about that. But I've heard a lot about, hey, watch out for your kidneys with high protein diet, and it's just not very well supported in the literature that I've seen reviewed. It's not to say that you're wrong. That's just sort of my take on it, if that makes sense. I look pretty normal, but my using in arms and combat technique are good. Cool. That's awesome. Sometimes in the mind and logic who make everything, my master always says that power in a fight isn't always the physique. I think that's probably true. I should see a nutritionist. Your body metabolism is different is why you should see an expert in nutrition. Yeah, I'm sure that's quite costly though, Thomas. Yeah, everyone has their personal goals, and if combat sport is one of yours, I'm pretty well, I don't want to come off as arrogant, but I don't have concerns about my ability to defend myself walking around. So you eat a good, healthy, balanced diet, incorporating veggies. Do you cook or completely rely on partner? Yes, balanced diet for sure. I don't really villainize any food, even sugar. I don't villainize sugar. I think people villainize it because they see people eating 1,000 or 500 calories over for every day for months or years or decades of their life, and then they see the effects of XYZ thing, and then they go, it was the sugar, but it's probably just the hypercaloric diet for years and years and years that lead to all sorts of other comorbid factors. So yeah, I like to balance. Sometimes I put a little sugar in there, but I try more or less keep it within the realm of maintenance calories. If I'm on a fat loss diet trying to cut, I'll cut some of that out. And when I'm cutting, there's no room. There is absolutely zero alcohol. I only have like maybe one to two drinks per week. When I'm cutting, zero whatsoever. Like there's no fun stuff when I'm cutting, but it's for a very short period of time. So I just got up and do it. We cook together every night, every single night. She does a lot of the meal planning. We'll kind of decide on our meals at the beginning of the week, but then we cook them together every day. So we're both pretty good cooks, to be honest. Maybe slightly above average, if I could say that. Kind of skinny, but it's me, and I eat well. I develop my body more for flexibility. Cool. Yeah, if you're focusing on a lot of eccentric stuff, muscle stretch, getting deep into some lifts, there's pretty good evidence that says that you can be pretty highly flexible and muscular at the same time. If you're powerlifting and you're like super massive, you're probably going to hurt the flexibility. So my partner is amazing, even amidst the pregnancy. Hang on, let me get my barbell out here. Even during the pregnancy, she has been amazing in supporting we try to support each other's individual nutritional goals, and she has been and still is amazing at supporting my goals, especially when I did that 6-week cut was not that long ago, and so I was like having no fun foods, and I'm encouraging her to to eat things that she feels like she can eat, particularly during pregnancy. So that's a whole different thing. But she's amazing at supporting my own personal goals. And so she will even we'll meal prep stuff. So, we'll buy a bunch of chicken and I'll, cut off the fat and fillet it, and, we'll put it in bags. And when I'm cutting, I weigh everything. So I'll weigh the fillets before I put them in the bags, and then we'll freeze them and then thaw them for when we want them, et cetera, et cetera. And sometimes if I'm not able to process the chicken, she will, and then I'll find the bags and they're already weighed. If she makes, some cookies or whatever, a lot of times I won't even have to ask, and she's like 175 calories, and I'm like, check. So yeah, she's really great about it. Very, very appreciative of that. Yes, agreed, Naz. Give me my arms, my enemy of big he is our finish. I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry. Yes, and like we talked about the other day, the reciprocity is important. I do my best to go out of my way to do nice things for her that support her goals as well. Ooh, we're adding weight to the stiff-legged deadlift. Lucky me. I need to get rolling on this though. This is getting late. Okay. Well. Oh, why did I take these off? Should probably get something to drink. So yes, once you kind of get into a routine, whether it's individually or with a partner, it's a lot easier to support your goals, because when things become more automatic. So this is part of the behavioral psychology arc, like we've talked about in the past: inspiration, motivation, discipline, willpower, habit, and passion. The habit part is when you really start to hit your stride. It does get a little bit easier. It takes time, but once the habit starts to kick in, that's golden. All right, let's do. Yeah, oh no, I'm kind of getting hungry. We're talking about food now, and I'm like ready to eat again. Ugh. Ouch. So we're gonna add. This is hilarious. This is how the app periodizes for me, but we're gonna add a 2.5 pound plate on either side of this bar to increase the weight from last week. It sounds silly, but if you're not progressing either in reps or load, you're not progressing. Don't get all territorial about weight. Some people will be like, yo, I use 25 pounds for curls, and it's like forever and always. Like, are you progressing your reps? Because if you're not progressing your reps, there's a pretty good argument to say you're not really progressing your muscularity. And so as silly as it seems after this warm-up, I am going to add 2.5 pound plates on either side of this bar. You're bound to be hungry. You've done a lot of compound lifting, burning calories. Yeah. Why should I not eat or reflect about food for 1 minute? Food is crucial for our way of life. You can binge on broccoli. Yeah. I'm not like the biggest like broccoli fan. I absolutely love, what would you call it? Carbs. Just like I could eat a whole bowl of quinoa or couscous. We had couscous last night. It was like a garlic lemon preparation that we did. And I think I had like 2 cups of it. I think that was like 500 calories just in couscous. But it fit my calorie goal for the day. So I was a little bit light for that day, so I didn't have any issues with doing it. Sammy, hey, you gotta move. I like tender stem broccoli. Is that like broccolini? Is that what that is? All right, let's do a few here. Oh, stiff legged deadlifts. So effective, but I hate you. That feels light today, though. It won't at the end of the sets, though. And my glutes are still sore from yesterday. But tomorrow's an off day, so that feels good. All right. Yes, I love roasted veggies. You don't eat a lot. Maybe you should eat some more. You don't have to eat a lot. I mean, just eat at maintenance. If you're losing weight by accident, probably analyze your diet. I love roasted broccoli that is charred with garlic butter. Oh, that sounds amazing. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Here are these silly, look at these things. We're adding 5 pounds to the bar. 2.5 pounds. I can honestly say I have not, as of yet, added 2.5 pounds to a deadlift. Or 5 pounds total, I guess. One front and one back. Oh, yeah, you know, I don't like the inverse hand grips, to be honest. I feel like it gives me a weird, not asymmetry, but I feel like because you're not symmetrical and I'm not powerlifting, I just don't like, doing the reverse grips, personally. Oh, have you tried? Yeah, I have tried it and I didn't like it, which is why I do both front, and especially with straps. Like the reason for a front and a back grip is because the bar wants to roll one way or the other. So it'll roll that way, or if you're underhand, it'll roll that way. So by reversing, they just roll towards each other. But I'm not lifting that much weight, and with the straps, it's completely irrelevant. David, what's up? Oh, okay, interesting. It works because of shoulder tendonitis. Curious. I didn't even think about that use case. All right, we got to get 7 reps in. Don't let me cheap out on this form. David, good to see you, man. Those forearms are crazy. Thanks, man. We were doing so many sets of arms today. I would like to bring up my forearms personally, but I don't have very British forearms. I feel like they're a little bit skinny, but I appreciate it, man. Good to see you. All right, 7. Like I said, don't let me, I want to spend a little bit of time in the stretch position at the bottom in the hole and really focus on that eccentric. Okay. Oh. One more. And then on this last one, I'm going to stretch and let go. Dr. Mike from RP Strength calls it as if another to get that last eccentric stretch in. Whew. All right. Try lifting with a friend. That was something. Resistance does pretty well. Yeah, starting lifting can be pretty tough too. If you wear hand gloves, you're going to tear your skin. Oh, it's not, Naz, this is not a lot of weight. This is 40, 90. Hang on. I should start writing these conversions on the wall. What's 140 pounds in kilograms? 63.5 kilos. So it's, and especially with these, the Versa grips, they kind of, so they wrap around the bar like this, and then I hold the grips. So it's pretty good. Thank you. 55 kilos deadlift, taking it easy as I don't want to mess up with my back. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt. 55 kilos, that's great. That's awesome. I think, what was the most I've deadlifted for reps? I don't do any strength deadlifting. What is 205 pounds in kilos? Yeah, the most I've deadlifted for reps was 93 kilos doing those sumos the other day. Yeah, I don't typically do very heavy lifts at all. It's crazy because people my size, like literally, I'm 5'10", 152 pounds. What is that in kilos? Wait, 60, 65 kilos, something like that. People my size, they're doing like 200 kilo deadlifts. And I'm like, what in the world? It is crazy. All right, we just did 7. And we're doing the last set of stiff-legged deadlifts to 2 reps in reserve. So I'm going to say we need to get at least 5 or 6. With that rest time, we might be able to even get 7. But the low back does feel a little fatigued, so I'm not going to go crazy if it's feeling crazy. And my left leg, or at least my left ham, is quite a bit shorter than my right. So I have to kind of think about that when I'm doing this lift, because my left side, I've worked on injuries. So it's gotten a lot better in the last year and a half. David, how's life been? Has it been good? What you been up to lately? It doesn't happen overnight. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. If you're going to do stiff-legged deadlifts, don't use your deadlift weight. Because ideally, you want to get into that stretched position at the bottom and hang out there for a little bit where it feels like your hams are going to tear off your bone. But that's going to require you to drop your weight significantly. Okay. All right. Sammy. Try to keep my chest high. Send the hips backwards and keep your chest high. Those are the 2. One more. Oh, okay. And then a good stretch. There we go. What was that, 6? I think it was 6. Hip. Hey. Hey. Hip, hip. Come on. Get your ball. Get your ball. Where is it? Where's your ball? It's right there, goofball. Get it. It's right there. The neighbors walking with their collies, and Sam always goes and runs. Psst. Sammy. Hip. Get your ball. Hey, how's it going, Phil? Good to see you. Sammy, bring your ball.
I like when she's out because it makes her move faster.
Yeah.
Really slowing down, but if she sees her,
That's right. Keeping everybody young. All right, Sammy, get your ball. Go get it. It's right there. Get your ball. No, turn. There you go. Bring it here. I don't know what she's doing. 3 days. 3 days. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hip, hip. Get your ball. Go get it. Sorry, guys. Just talking to the neighbor. Joint pain, low pump, pretty good workload. I think I'll be sore from that. Oh, yeah. And then single leg stair calf raises. Maybe we'll actually do calf raises on stream today. On the bench, maybe? What do you think? Do it on the bench? I was talking to my neighbor. They were walking their dog's nest. Yeah, so actually they've done a bunch of research lately because the real sexy thing was to do ice bath and all that, and stress response, and there's a place for it for sure, but they found out that that's actually a really good way to diminish the anabolic response. So if you're trying to grow muscle, taking a cold bath is not it. It's definitely it for other things though. So if that's your jam, you like to do that, rock on, keep doing it. But that's one of the things you don't want to do for muscle anabolism. So that one's actually been pretty well studied at this point. So all right, let's see if I can do calf raises here. I think so. We'll get it. Hang on, guys. Sorry, guys. Can you leave him alone? The dog. Go get your ball. Go get your ball. Go get it. Get your ball. You're right. She does walk faster. That's hilarious.
Like 3 to 6 bucks.
Really?
But that, or like she likes taking the trash out. I take her off. Trots all the way up.
Nice.
Yeah, walking her. She's just like,
Yeah.
she'll be 13.
Wow. Okay.
Her hind legs are getting a little weak.
Bummer. Yep. Keep her going. All right. Ready? You ready? This way, this way, this way. Come on, come on. Easy, easy, easy. I'm trying to light touch for the dog. All right. Sorry. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah. The Philippines call. That joke's never not going to be funny. Notice talk with a slight accent when you talk to Sam. Like higher register, you mean? Like Sammy. Is that what you mean? All right, let's get which nosy neighbor. Yeah, their name is Naz K. They moved from the UK. I'm kidding, obviously. All right, let's get some of these in here. I have no idea how to shoot this. This is gonna be boring, boring for you guys. And to be honest, calf raises are just boring in general. Maybe I should do. Let's do left side first. What am I supposed to do? 18, 16. Whoa. All right. Okay. The goal, that burns, for stepping on something is to be able to get more stretch. I don't know if you can see it. Instead of just going here up to your toes, I want to be able to get lower here and then up. And towards the end, I want to really focus on that stretch again. One more. And if you can't get all the way up, that's okay. But don't just drop, that eccentric, keep it going. Yes, like Gouger, Sam going. What? What are you talking about? You finished your deadlift, so that's out of the way. Thank goodness, yeah. Look like an astronaut bouncing in gravity. That's such a nice representation of a very boring exercise. All right, 14. Nice thing about calves is they recover crazy fast. So you can kind of just keep it going. So when you finish one side, you can just go right back to the other side. Okay. Whew. Burns, it burns. Okay. Ah. Hades, what's up? Ted, who's Ted? No, I'm just kidding. I know what you meant. Welcome to the stream, man. New capability. All right. Hades, we're wrapping up a workout here. The most boring exercise that I'm taking you guys along with. Calf raises. Can't even talk. Healed a while ago. 14 reps, and the last one was 2 reps in reserve. Later, yeah, so I had a pretty chill night last night. We hung out and watched a American football game. Monday Night Football, as it's called here, the real football, the real tough football, not real football. It doesn't make sense to call American football football. It makes sense to call soccer football. But tough, forget it. It's a whole joke. Anyways, we watched some football last night, which was good. I'm going to be working in the bathroom tonight. Trying to get I'm going to get the toilet installed. And get the last bit of the moldings installed and start working on the tub installation. What are you up to later? Going to play soccer. Sweet. Definitely play some guitar. Most days I get to play a little bit. On more hard labor. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd call it hard labor. It's active for sure. This is the last set. You guys don't have to put up with me doing calf raises anymore. Okay. All my legs are just shaking. Between those, my glutes being real sore from yesterday, doing stiff-legged deadlifts today, I'm glad tomorrow's an off day. None. Calf pump. Low. Workload. Pretty good. I don't know. All right, let's put you down and we'll do the exit chat here. Oh my gosh, this has been a 2-hour workout stream. That is ridiculous. It's always so much fun though, talking to you guys. You know, I could do them way faster, but yeah, it's good to take you guys along with. Well, it's evening, so just chill at home, watch Married at First Sight series, and then sleep. Early shift tomorrow. Okay. I've not seen Married at First Sight, but my partner and I are currently halfway through the latest season of Love is Blind UK version. And I will not lie, sometimes we have to rewind because the accent is so strong, neither of us know what they're saying, which is crazy because it's still very much English, but sometimes the accent's really strong. Especially like there's a woman on there from Northern Ireland, and most of what she says is like super clear to me. And then every once in a while she'll say something and I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying. It's just kind of funny. We actually put on subtitles last night for the first time to understand what somebody was saying. So haven't watched Married at First Sight. Love is Blind UK is currently what we're watching. And they just dropped the most recent Love is Blind US. So we'll probably do that. It's kind of our decompression watching. We both work jobs that are pretty stressful at times, and so we like to really prioritize our recovery time in the evenings as much as possible. And we'll have to probably even safeguard that a little bit more, especially once the baby comes. So is it weird that you form part of my social circle? No, not at all. I don't think so anyways. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we got a little community here. We got Zach, Hades, Naz, Herculean, David. We got a bunch of people that kind of come and chill out. Debbie. So, no, I don't think it's weird. What do you think of UK people? So I don't really think a whole lot. Nothing's like outstanding about them more than like anyone else. Yeah, NC, that's right. That's right. I knew I was missing somebody. But yeah, I mean, I don't really feel like I've worked with several people from the UK. Somebody I've worked very closely with for several years now is from London. And he moved to the United States, I think in 2012. So he spent a couple decades, I think at least 20 years in London. And yeah, I mean, I love working with him, but I don't know that I have like a huge sample size of people in my personal life from the UK. I think there's a stereotype about British humor being like really dry and or like the IT Crowd show type of humor, which is not like my favorite, but I don't know if that stereotype is actually true. Like, I don't have a reference point. I know I just heard that from people like, oh yeah, British humor's like usually pretty dry or whatever, but I just don't know how true that is. Naz, you'd be able to say better than I could. And Lauren, Luis. I feel like UK version would be less dramatic, which is good. Well, so Zach, with those types of shows, all you want is something catastrophically dramatic to happen. I really actually like Love is Blind. Is the only reality TV show that, well, no, there is one other one that we watched months ago that was called, wait, it's somewhere registering. Hang on. Perfect Match. There it is. I had to run through the brain cache to find that one. Perfect Match. That one was a crap show, if I've ever seen it. It was crazy. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's less dramatic. There's been some, you know, the kind of the stereotypical level of reality TV show craziness. But yeah, it definitely can border on annoying for sure, Zach. I'm with you. I want to visit England one day. Yeah, me too. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. Heard Britney is freaking insufferable, but I think she's from the American one. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm pretty bad with like names that don't have meaning for my real life. I'm really good with names, typically like in my real life, like remembering people and stuff like that. But as far as TV shows, like I don't remember half the people's names of this season that we're on. I've seen a couple episodes of The Office UK version, British version. And it was after I watched the American Office, and so I, of course, had primary bias there. I like the American version better, just because the characters, you're used to the characters, and then you see someone else portraying them, and you're like, that's wrong, but that's not objectively true. It's just different. Very, you're happy now that your workout is done. Yeah, Naz, almost 2 hours. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, kind of crazy. I do need to kick out of here pretty soon. Although work has been kind of quiet outside of that phone call. I love The Office. My partner and I watch. Typically, we'll have it on in the background most nights, but either Friends, either Friends or The Office. Those are standbys for sure. You're on honeymoon phase on YouTube. Yeah, it's true. They're both saying we like The American because that's what I watched first. Yep. Ricky Gervais is wild. His was it Oscars or Emmys or Golden Globes? I don't know. I never watched them, but I saw his hosting of one of them, and it was savage humor. Absolutely incredible. Really funny. Yeah, that is one thing. My partner doesn't like dark shows at all. And so we kind of come together on like the decompress from the day by watching The Office or Friends, just kind of funny and comedic and light humor sort of stuff. So when I watch something, it's typically on like the psychological thriller side or documentary side. And when she watches something independently, it's usually like, Married at First Sight, I think she's seen, but some of those types of shows. Or Suits is another one that's she's watched through. Ricky Gervais called everybody out. It was so funny. Some of those people were sitting in the crowd laughing, but you could tell they were so uncomfortable. Yeah, so. Yep, we compromise for each other. There's plenty that she compromises for me. So it's you don't want it to be transactional, but you also need to be you do want some give and take for sure. Any cartoons? I know you said you've never seen Family Guy or SpongeBob. The latter surprised me because you're really not that much older than me, and SpongeBob was everything. Yeah. No. I mean, cartoons when I was a kid, like Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry and Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. But no cartoons really in my adult life. Some animated shows, especially when we had foster kids with us. Lots of that. But yeah, no cartoons these days. I've heard great things about South Park, but in Halloween there is no compromise. What do you mean? What do you mean Halloween, Mass? Facts very early. I didn't. So I'm the only science person in my family, actually. A lot of my family is a bit emotional, to be honest. And so I think a lot of the thinking was more learned behavior. I'm not saying that my family doesn't think. I'm not saying that. But I think some of the more like systematic approach or rational approach to problems is more of a learned behavior thing than anything. So yeah, I'm the only science person in my family. But to your point, we didn't watch a lot of TV growing up either. So my partner loves Harry Potter. She's read the books, and we've watched 5 movies together. Pretty good. The first couple are really tough to get through, but they get better. Might have to try South Park. Do you want to know what I would have guessed your age was had you not said? Sure, tell me. I've gotten anywhere from like old to somebody said the other day they thought I looked 22, which is no. If I shaved my beard, maybe I'd look 22 if I shaved my beard. Whoa, that's a lot of siblings. About 32. Okay, I'll take it. Brain and family, and everyone relies on my brain. I don't mind it, but I like to share the workload. Yeah, I don't blame you. That is so many siblings. Wow. That is amazing. Good for you for being the brain. Someone's got to be the rational one, right? You think I'm 32? Nope, I'm not. Not 32. You guys think I'm old? No, I'm just kidding. 32 is not old. 35 is not old. Naz has the intellectual experience of a 60-year-old and the conversational skills of a Gen Z. That's a compliment. That's a compliment. Well, yeah, there was that one time where somebody was trying to guess my age, and you said that I was like your grandpa, and then I was like, oh no, like is everybody like super young watching my live streams? And then you're like, I'm 35, and then my brain kind of broke because of that. 29, NC, 29. So at some point, my maturity runway will run out, and then people are going to be like, you need to act your age, and I'll be like, I'm only 85. Oh man. Right, Sammy? Right. How old are you? We're like the same age in dog years. All right, guys. Yeah, NC, how old are you? I don't think. Really? Yeah, true. That's actually true. I am closer to Zach's age than Naz's age. Oh my gosh. Naz, 1 foot in the grave. No. I'm kidding. It's a joke. Totally kidding. But seriously, 35 though? No. I can't wait to be 35. 35 is going to be great. Unless it's not. And then it won't be. But that's okay. Take it as it comes. All right. Well, as long as you don't look at all this. Yeah, true. Hey, I'm trying to live past 100, so I'll see you when we get there, guys. Do I have a splinter? Weird. That's bizarre. Alrighty, guys. I got to wrap this up. 135 minutes and counting in. This is a good workout. Thanks for joining along. Nope. Beat you to it. See ya. Since I'm your grandma. Yes, all of us kids can take care. Although Debbie locks down the mother figure for sure. So Naz, you're going to have to fight for it. Because I think Debbie is 62. I think she said 62, 63. I agree, NC. I hope so. That would be nice. I hope so. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining. Zach, have a good rest of your shift. Naz, enjoy your chilling. Try to get some sleep before your early morning shift tomorrow. NC, whatever you're up to tonight, I hope it is really good. And any of you people lurking in the background, I'm sure you're just as cool. We just don't know. See you guys. Have a good rest of your day. What was that?